This is YASA TV. I know it's been a moment, but we are back. Today, I am so excited. Our guest today is Miss Daisy Mutegi, and she is lovely. You guys will love her. So, put your hands together for Daisy, and I mean it. Put your hands together for her. So, welcome so much, Daisy. We are glad to have you here at YASA TV. So, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Christine,
Welcome.
for giving me this chance. So, like you're saying, my name is Daisy Mutegi.
Yeah.
I need to say who I am.
Yes.
Okay. I would say that in my professional life, I'm both an employee and an entrepreneur. So I work with a company that is very special and close to my heart because we deal with a very specialized kind of group of patients. We cater for patients with diabetes, and it's a company that has dedicated itself to deal with diabetes for the last 90 years.
Wow.
Yes. Then on the other side, as you're aware, in Kenya the economy calls you to be quite creative.
Yes.
So in my spare time, so you're supposed to give your boss 8 to 5, but it matters so much what you do with your 5 to 9 or with your 6 to 8 before you get to deal with your employer. So what we do is I got together with a small group of people. We are all under 35.
Yeah.
We are still in the youth bracket, but we are soon going to be out of there. And we started a company. One thing I would like to mention before I talk about our company is for you to be able to handle your side hustle and your job. You don't deviate so much from whatever it is that you do in your daily job, so that you're able to, most of it, just stay within the same industry. And that is what we did. So but don't create conflict of interest. So on one hand, I am dealing with patients with diabetes. In our company, we deal with theater. So we try to make sure that when a patient gets into a theater, they are well taken care of. So we supply consumables that are used in theater, so people who are in that industry will understand. So I would say that basically it's about you.
How has it been for you growing up?
I would say it has been quite a journey growing up. I was raised in very humble, from a very humble background. I remember sometimes even getting a meal when you're doing your classes. You come home from school, getting a meal was a problem. But I am proud of the person that I've become right now, because one thing is, when I look back, I would say that I never let my beginnings define what I will become in life. Yes, it was tough. No one kind of assured me that everything was going to be fine. But I think sometimes you need to have that faith, that everything is going to be okay. The other thing is that I started reading when I was very young. I think by the time I was in class 5, I was reading the set books that guys were doing in high school. The River and the Souls, The Boy Is Mine. And it's like I created another life aside from what I have been. I was living at that moment. It's not like staying in a bubble, but I was able to use my imagination to create beyond what I could see at that moment. So like I was saying, back in 2017, I got a chance to go to Manchester, and in my mind, it's like I've been there. Like I tell people, it's like I have lived in each and every city in this world, yet I've never been there. So when I get to that city, it's like I've always been there. So that is one of the things that I think really helped me walk that journey of not being in a very growing up in a very humble background, and yet striving, always having that push that things will be better tomorrow.
So what do you think about relationships for young people, both platonic and romantic? You can just touch on them single-handedly so that people can understand.
If I begin with maybe sort of a parent-child relationship, and now me being a parent, I think one of the most important things that parents need to do for their children is to give them that emotional support. From when a child is young to around 12, 11, they really depend on their parents' support and love. Until that moment where now maybe you get a boyfriend or you get another best friend, where now your primary source of love or acknowledgement is no longer your parent. So one of the things I think as a community that we need to look at is how do we handle our children when they are growing up. But what happens if my foundation was shaky? The moment I get someone else who gives me a little bit more attention, I get hooked up to them, and at that point I am at a very high risk of being misused. It becomes toxic because I'm thinking I've never experienced this kind of love from my parents or from my siblings, and there is this person, maybe they might be a little bit older than I am or even younger than I am, but they are showing me something that I've never experienced before. Again, it becomes quite, for example, if I use my case, the high school I went to, we were very close. Having the relationship was not supposed to be talked about, and when you get out there, you are in campus, you have the freedom, you interact with boys freely. The rate of people from my school getting pregnant within campus, me being one of them, was very high. And I would relate it to that kind of an environment. We are enclosed, it's like we're in an incubation, and then you get out and you face the world. You are in campus, no one cares whether you sleep or you wake up, what time you come in or what time you come out. So it is a very confusing period. First year, second year, you're meeting the fourth years who are telling you this is where we go to have fun and stuff like this, and you find that it all confuses you so much. So I believe that the other thing is it is up to us also as young people to find some of this knowledge in books. Because as much as attach yourself to mentorship programs, get to have people who have your interest at heart. Maybe you might be attending a church somewhere and they have very nice youth programs. Get into those, because the hormones will come and they will go, and then you will look back at your past and you will regret. One of the things that you don't want to carry into your future is regret. Maybe I would have listened better. Maybe I would have done something different. So that is one of the things that I would encourage the youth. I wish I would have listened when I was all. Better still, I wish I had someone to guide me through. So if you find someone who can mentor you through this kind of because what I'm trying to say is that the two of them are intertwined. What happens during your younger years will determine the kind of relationships, romantic or otherwise, that you will get yourself in. Again, I think also I'm still appealing to families, because how you bring your kid really matters in terms of self-esteem. I'm not saying that when you grow up you will be able to separate yourself, because you can actually separate yourself from where you've come from where you want to go and where you are right now. But you see, when I'm 18, when I'm 17, I don't know that, and even trying to wrap my mind around that is quite difficult. So basically, I think the best thing that can happen to anyone between the age of 12 and maybe 19 is getting someone to hold their hand, identifying a mentor, or getting into a program where they can be taught that life is going to turn out okay eventually. Despite this period that you're going through, it is part of life and it will pass. People want to be understood more than they want to understand others. So if I get someone who can understand me, like you want a legacy through me, you want me to do medicine, and my interest is in fashion. Let me do what I want to do, and support me through that. That will boost my self-esteem. Rather than going hiding in a corner in a medical class and feeling like I'm a fraud, like someone will find me out, or feeling like life is not worth it. Yeah.
And as we continue with the same conversation, you see, right now there are so many young people who are committing suicide, and you just don't understand why. Like last semester, one of my classmates hanged himself. I wouldn't even understand why. We are in the same environment. I don't see if there is so much wrong, but it kept me asking, what would have made this boy feel like I have to end it? You know, the issues around mental health and depression and suicide, and there are so many people who are depressed. I don't understand why. Well, people have not been talking about it much, but now it's coming out. Young people are, like that boy was younger than me. When I was looking at his pictures after he was dead, I was seeing so much potential, and I could not understand why he had to live so soon. So what did you say about that?
One of the things is, I would say that is quite sad, is the stigma that is around mental illness. I was reading another day a post that was saying, I want mental health to be synonymous to I have a headache. If I am having mental health, I don't have to be looked like I have a problem. Because if I come to you and I tell you I'm having a stomachache, you will not think I am
crazy,
weird. Yeah, you don't have to say that, because the fact is we produce hormones, and sometimes if you have mental illness, maybe your body is overproducing a certain kind of hormone that is causing you to be maybe anxious, and the anxiety for a long period will eventually lead to depression, and then depression, if left for a long time unchecked, will eventually lead to mental health. So if I come to you and I tell you that I am feeling a little bit anxious, you don't either brush it off or think I am weird or I am too much. So it is at that point as a community that we need to realize that mental health is a medical condition, and it should be treated with that kind of seriousness. If I say that I want to see a psychiatrist, you don't have to look at me as if
you're a weirdo.
Yes, I am a weirdo, because that is the only thing that will help us defeat this menace that is mental illness.
Right. Yeah. So I understand that you are a person who likes to read and learn, and I don't understand why you're still. You see, when we are in school, also when we are finishing high school, we want to say that easy vitabu, we are malizing them now. But you're someone who understands and loves to read and learn, and you don't stop doing that. And I don't think you're going to stop anytime soon. Maybe you could tell us why you do that.
For me, there is one quote that really stuck in my mind, that you grow old the moment you stop learning. So learning is, I have accepted that learning is part and parcel of life. And for me to be able to do anything, I need to learn. I need to keep up with what is happening. I need to keep updating myself. And that is a need for each and every one of us, because we are living in very dynamic times. So if I put myself somewhere, I sit myself and say I have my degree, I am sorted, I'm good. It will be so sad for me 5 years to come. Because at that point, maybe what the industry will be looking for is people who have masters or even PhD. Not only that, not only in the education way, there are these other life skills. You need to have them to be able to deal with life. So if I sit myself and I say I don't want to know how to parent, I don't want to know how to handle my finances, I will be lying to myself. Because at the end of the day, that is the thing that will keep you moving. That is the thing that will keep you dynamic.
I don't know if you have something you can say to someone maybe who is watching, something you feel like they need to understand. This one is open, no topic. Anything you want to say?
To the viewers out there, especially for the young people, I would encourage you, when you are done with your high school, don't sit idle. Look for programs like now the Youth and Success Association, because it adds so much into your life. Rather than sitting down and watching TV, the retest series and everything. Get out there, interact with the real world, and find a solution, find a problem that you can be a solution to. Solve a problem. Each and every day, challenge yourself. Ask yourself, what would people say that was happened or was able to go well because I shoulder. Every time you show up, you solve a problem. So challenge yourself each and every day and tell yourself that I need to wake up every day and be a solution to someone's problem. Because that is the only way that you will find meaning, or you will find substance and purpose in your life. But so long as you're sitting down and doing nothing, like we say that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So you will find all the wrong things that are with the world. You will definitely find something to complain about. You will find something that is not working. You will find something that is unfair. But when you are out there being a solution to someone's problem, you will find the joy, and the world will cooperate with you.
Right. And my last word is, don't wake up and be mediocre. Every moment you wake up, say, I cannot wake up this early to be average. So thank you guys for watching. I know we aced it. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video and share so that people can see how amazing we are.